Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing it. It is Wednesday, October 2nd. It is the hottest show on the internet. Where are we at in the iTunes charts? Are we still behind Joe Rogan, Chow?
We moved up to number 2.
So, wow. Yeah. That's impressive, guys. We've only done this for, 2 months or so, and we're already number 2 on the charts. I'm the Mud Shark. Joining me is the man with a PhD in Ray, Duh-Vito, Dr. Chow. How are you, my friend?
Doing well, General Mud, and I want to welcome everyone to the Ray Duh-Vito show, the hottest show on the internet.
It's blowing up, man. I can't believe how big this has gotten. People are watching. They don't even know who Ray is. It's a juggernaut. It's a car with no brakes going down a hill, and all we're going to do is just see where it goes, because I know one thing. Ray DeVito hates this show.
Well, he gave us his endorsement early on, but whatever the DeVito doctrine, whatever he says, he means the opposite. We introduced that many months ago, that when Ray says, I don't hate the guy, that means he absolutely hates the guy. When he says, I like their show, they could keep doing it, even though they don't need my endorsement, means he doesn't want it going on whatsoever.
Shut it down.
Busy week for Ray. There's a lot to get into.
There's a lot to get to. A lot of people are here. Just chill out in the chat. We'll have some fun. Super chats. Everybody will get to you. We got a couple phone calls. We got clips. We got special guest. We're going to get to the Franklin Scheckler Breakland news. We're going to talk about all of it. But first, out of the gates, we got a guy that knows Ray Duh-Vito well. And Chow, I'd like you to do the introduction and set this up before we bring him in.
Yeah, our very special guest tonight started off as a contemporary of Ray in the comedy scene. You know, built up an acquaintance or friendship to a very minimal degree, and actually encountered the Cleveland Slow and lived to tell about it, only to turn into a enemy of said Slow.
Whoa.
Without further ado, let me introduce to you the biggest fan of English Vinglish of all time, Mr. Tom Myers.
Thank
Yes.
you. Quick question. Who are we talking about again?
What was you or Ray?
Again? No.
We're doing we're doing the Ray Gooch show today.
Oh, that guy. Oh, thank God. Ray Romano, is that his name? Or what is this? What's going on here?
The slowest of all Rays we're going to be breaking down tonight. And we thought no one better to bring on than you, because I almost feel like I'm somewhat responsible for your beef blowing up, but it was something that was bubbling unbeknownst to you also, right, Tom?
Well, I mean, it was just, it's one of those things where, you know, I do my best to get along with people, and then, you know, someone does something stupid and I call them out on it. And you know, unbeknownst to me, I was not the first person to do so, and apparently I would not be the only person to call out Ray on his bullshit. The only difference is I did it sort of in private, like in a private chat setting. So really, the one who blew this up was Ray.
Right, and we'll get to that. So, for people who don't know, Tom is a comedian who is East Coast based, but he also performs at the Stand, and that's where you first came across Ray, if I remember correctly, right?
Right. Ray introduced himself to me as
we're talking about this guy right here, right? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
That guy, right?
The hairline his hairline was not as retouched as it was in that photo. But,
all right.
You know, that was not. But no, he came up to me, introduced himself. Don't you remember we performed together? We did a show together, and like, you know, at the time I do.
Now, Tom, let me ask you this: Crooklyn Comedy, who's a $100 sponsor on our show, he said he did a show with him in Brooklyn, and he says Ray's a very close talker. Did you notice that?
I mean, it was a club in New York, so pretty much like that's the only way you can be. So like I said, he didn't. Nothing seemed odd to me at first, except. Well, really, the only thing was that he said, well, he kept insisting, don't you know, I performed with you. I was with you on this show. And apparently he said he's performed with me at the Frantic showcase.
Yeah. Monday night.
And like, they've had a lot of good comics come through there. Like one night I did it. Shane Gillis was on stage. You know, he's kind of
Chad Zumock's done it a couple times. Go ahead.
Who?
Chad,
no. Like, you know, Marcelo Hernandez did it like right before he blew up on Saturday Night Live. So, and I went back through my archives because I just save stuff. I'm a promotional hoarder, basically. Like anything with my likeness on it, I go ahead and save, like even set lists. And unless Ray snuck himself onto the show or harassed himself onto the show at the last minute, I don't ever actually remember him being on stage. But that was neither here nor there. He invited me to do his podcast. I said, look, send me a direct message, and because I get a lot of podcast invites, and unless I really know them, I forget about them. Like, you really have to, you know, harass me, basically.
Was this the podcast?
It was, yes. The nice little trip down memory lane. Rock Bottom with Rock Bottom, hosted by Ray Duh-Vito. That was before his days on the Shuley Network, when he had did not have that many viewers. So
now, are you aware that we have more live viewers than Ray does when he goes live? I'm just letting you know, this show is more popular than Ray's actual show. It's called the Ray Duh-Vito Show, and I just want to let you.
This is okay. So no pressure then. All right.
There we go.
Go Go ahead, Chow.
I want to touch back on that because, yeah, I think this is like 2022 timeline when you first, and I think Ray, he worships this guy, Carl. He has like a mom and Carl and a dad and Kevin. And like,
Carl from Rochester?
Yeah, and he likes Louis J. Gomez, who's friends with you. So I think he heard both those guys and Nick Mullen and all these other guys talk about you. So he knew, and he knew, like, he even references it that when
and
you
Kevin
would perform,
Brennan too.
Yeah, when you would perform at Frantic, everyone would want to see you. You killed all this different. He wanted to glom onto you from the get-go. So that totally makes sense that he would pretend to be like, oh yeah, we performed one time together to try to like curry favor with you to get you on the podcast.
That makes sense.
Catching up to where you were going, 2022, you show up on his podcast, right?
So I do the show. It was fun. He had on he had on at Adam Nutter. Like he's a nice guy. Like he and I are completely different on ideologically, and I think that's why Ray kind of put us together, because I think he wanted to have a discussion, and he knows that I do a current events and politics, like news type podcast. So he tried to bring up the fact that he had gone to school with a fellow named Tim Ryan, who was a congressman from Ohio, and that year Tim Ryan was running for the U.S. Senate. He lost to some guy named I don't know I can't remember the name off the time. Let me check. A guy named J.D. Vance. I don't know if anybody here knows who he is. I don't know if he was doing anything last night, but no. So he went ahead and name dropped him, and it was like, okay.
Ray name drop J.D. Vance.
Tim Ryan.
Tim Ryan. I'm from Ohio, so I know Tim Ryan
wasn't he frat or something. Ray was saying, right? Ray was in the same fraternity or something.
Yeah, I think from I went ahead and re-listened to the episode. Tim Ryan was in the fraternity. Ray didn't do the fraternities.
Okay.
So he went ahead and brought him up, which I thought, no, okay. So like the interview went normal. I don't know if it went about as well as it could go. And so fast forward to about a year or so, I come across a clip. Yep, that's him.
Tim Ryan. Yeah, he's from Niles. And it checks out. He's 51 years old, so there could be some crossover. Bray may have met him, may have known him. Go ahead.
Right. And so I get the clip where Ray's talking about how basically he just regurgitates a whole bunch of the bullshit that he hears over the internet and treats it like gospel. And I don't know if I was just in a mood or something, but I went ahead and just fired off this response to him. Like it was basically a fuck off message. I mean, Ray could tell you because he shared the text on a couple of podcast episodes, which in one episode he said it would be kind of creepy or something if someone did that. Like I went ahead and forwarded that one to Chow because I just happened to hear him doing it. So I was like, okay, that's some more hypocrisy on his part. And then someone sent me another.
We know hypocrisy here. Trust me.
Oh God. So someone sent me the clip of Lil Mir and Chow talking to Ray about me, saying, "Don't you think there's any similarities like between what's going?" And the subject was trolls. I think, like, I mean, everybody's got trolls. I've got trolls. Like whatever. Even some people like 1,000 times funnier than me have trolls. It's no big deal. Like I know I've got fans that support me and stream my album releases and stuff like that. For me, it's no big deal. Ray hears this comparison and it flips out. I could not. I lost track of how many times I have since watched that excerpt because I just found it entertaining. And then,
do we have that right now?
I got that, but I got the clip of him first, Big Bro and Tom. That kind of set it all off. If you want to pull that up, so this is what this is what we showed on the Mir Musk. So MGD was in the chat, asked him about Tom Myers because she's a big fan, and
she's a good egg.
Yeah, so we can play this and see.
Comedian. Any antidotes graciously? MG, he did my podcast. If you go on my Patreon, he did my podcast. He does a show at the Stand called Frantic. It's the free show they do on Monday nights. It's after Legion of Skanks does their show. And I met him because we're both on the show Frantic. And I knew him from Nick Mullen's podcast, Come Town, and everything. He seemed like a nice dude, like well-adjusted and everything. He seems like a nice dude, well-adjusted and all that stuff.
Fooled him.
And I had him on my podcast, and I thought he would be like in on the joke of what Come Town does, but he's not. He's not. Tom Myers is not in on the joke. Like you see my.
Okay, in on the joke is we have 36 minutes of Ray talking about you on various podcasts here.
Oh,
and
Lord.
It all goes to in on the joke is the thing that he keeps talking about. And he
What's
says,
the joke? What's the joke?
He never specifies. I mean, I don't want to speculate as to what's in Mr. Duh-Vito's mind. God knows I do not want to peek inside there, but he never explains it. But he suggests whatever it is, he suggests I should lean into it.
Hey, Tom, this is what's on his mind. That's it.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I do that anyway, so big deal. But yeah, it's like, okay, just explain what it is. And from a lot of the clips I've seen of Ray over the years, he's not good at it. He's not good at specifics. He's not a very detail oriented person unless he repeats himself over and over again.
Now, during this time, there's one other exchange between you guys. And one of the things I always noticed was Ray holds himself to a higher status than you when referring to you. Like he's like, oh, he's not a real comic. And he's,
to be fair, a lot of people do that. I'm used to it.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm, like, I think I write a little better jokes than him. But you've got 7 albums. You do shows and people show up. It's like Ray gets booked for a show and he sells 3 tickets. So there's this whole thing, but Ray is always trying to portray like he's better than you and all this. And he says, he just doesn't, he's not in on the joke. He's just thin skinned and he can't take it. And Frank or someone in the chat asked him about, or me and Mir asked him like, hey, what's going on? A fan asked, there's a parallel between how Tom was treated to how you might be treated by the MLC crowd. Have you ever heard that? And like you said, he blew up about it. Also during this time, there's the John Fugelsang thing, right?
Fugelsang, yeah.
Yeah. So what happened with that? Because
I mean, I knew of John Fugelsang, so he and I have a similar political mindset. So I thought it would be worth it this is when I was still friendly with Ray. Hey, what's the best way to get in touch with him? Because Ray's done his show. I think he's done Ray's show. And he said, to his credit, he said, here's how you can contact him. I mean, he didn't like personally set us up or anything, which like, whatever, it's fine. Like maybe that would feel weird for him to do that. Like, I'm not going to judge. But he did go ahead and give me his contact information and I won't really go into any more further detail than that. But, and then afterwards he seemed to sort of, he seems like, oh, it's not up to me to have him booked. Like, I fucking know that. Like, you don't need to. None of us are your mental age, you little worm.
Yeah. So he went on his podcast and aired it out. So it sounds like he did you right behind the scenes, but then he was complaining about it on air. Like, I can't believe he asked me for this. Can't he just DM him on Instagram? It's like, Ray, you claim this guy's like one of your best friends, and he just asked like, hey man, like I do a similar show to him. Could you maybe put in a good word? And Ray made it seem like that was the biggest like ask of anyone ever to you on his podcast. And he tried to like belittle it. And I don't know.
And it's not like it's an uncommon thing to ask. Like I've helped people get on other podcasts. I've introduced friends of mine to other friends of mine who've had podcasts. I've gotten them on. I'm still in the process of doing that. And so like for me anyway, it's no big thing. Like if someone asks me to do something like that, I say, I'll do my best. And if it works out, great. If not, yeah. And that was my philosophy with asking Ray about possibly having Fugelsang on my show or me being on his.
No, right.
So what's this clip we have right here, Chow? We gotta hurry.
Okay, yeah, I'll set this up. So Tom was getting into it, but Ray has recently claimed, like, I would never show anyone DMs of mine. I would never expose personal, private conversations. But when he's on with Carl, we'll see what happens.
Like I said, he did my podcast. Everything was fine, but he didn't like get the. And I'm like, oh wow, he didn't get it. So I think it was MGD gave me a super chat once, asked him about Tom Myers, and I would have.
So as you can see, he pulls up his Instagram DMs to show their interaction, and we see
he just recklessly pulls it up. You can see everyone that's DM'd him.
Yeah, you can see him like.
You can see he could see he's begging he's begging Wiley's Comedy Club for work.
Yeah.
Hello, Erica. I'd love to be considered for having shit thrown at me when I'm bombing on stage.
Dude, Wiley's is in Dayton. It's a piece of shit comedy club. It's like no.
Probably why he's asking then.
Anybody can work there. Like I can go headline there tomorrow if I wanted.
Hey, Chad, can you get me in?
Yeah, no problem. I just copy and paste this email here. I mean, it's so Ray just recklessly pulls up his DMs. This is like stuttering John shit right here.
Yeah, and of course, Ray's telling Carl like, Tom is like stuttering John. Just preposterous shit. But yeah, so let's see what he says. He basically reads, not only just shows it, but reads it. And this is in reaction to the clip we were just watching. So
I acknowledged the super chat, and I explained exactly what I just said to you. So then Tom gave me this message back, which you can't really read it, but it says, and by the way, I've helped him. Like he likes like John Fugelsang or whatever. I gave him his email, like to reach out to Fugelsang to like do his podcast or whatever. Like I've been nothing but nice to this guy. And so he writes to me, I thought you were actually a good person. Well, I was wrong. It turns out you're another idiot. You believe and regurgitate everything you read on the internet. Don't even try to explain or justify what you said to me. Just don't contact me, approach me, or ever talk to me again. I'm cutting all toxic people and negativity out of my life. That's it. I am on Tom Myers' shit list.
What a weird existence.
So basically, yeah, he's talking shit.
I mean, you can be honest with me if you want. Was I out of line in sending that?
No, because he was talking shit on his show about you. And hey, yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, you could send it, you don't have to, whatever. But you know,
I would have reworded it and just called him a piece of shit. But that's just me. Go ahead.
I think it's a fair game. All that you typed out, but it spurred Ray to like. He tried to turn it into like content. So he goes on with Carl.
And he wanted to impress Carl, obviously, because Carl's like, the fact that Carl doesn't even touch Ray is hilarious. But go ahead.
No, exactly. And he goes on
AKA I call him Podcast Karen, which he hates.
Yeah,
exactly.
There you go. There you go. So go ahead, Joe.
So this spurs, because you said, hey, I'm done with you, you're toxic. Now Ray's not just this playful, fun guy who's saying, he doesn't get it. He's not in on the joke and all this type of stuff. Now he's like saying, he's got to screw loose. He's weird. And it's the same like deflection techniques that he's used on everyone else. Like basically like, he's a weird guy. He's got to screw loose. And it's, off to the races. So he goes on MLC. If you want to play a little bit of that, Chad.
Talking about
I watched some of his stuff. The guy from Baltimore.
Oh, Tom Meyer. Yeah.
So you started with that guy just because that's what Carl talks about?
Yeah, because they have a history, and that guy just sent me a message saying he wants nothing to do with me. I'm a toxic person. He wants out of. He wants.
Okay, fine. Okay, but did any super chats come in about Tom Myers?
No, probably not.
Every super chat was about Carl's mandolin and his quote unquote wife, his mom wife.
That's
there's
my charm, Kevin.
I know there's
That's my charm.
sister wives, but we're starting to term his mom wife. There's Furious Ray. Did you get payback on Carl by setting a trap? Is Tom right? What's got you toxic? Did we already read this?
Oh, Tom
No.
Myers.
Did you get payback on Carl by setting a trap? Is Tom right? What's got you? Oh, I guess Tom Myers like going after. No, Tom Myers is like kind of a loose cannon or something that screws loose up there. It's weird.
Which is
That's coming
like,
from Ray.
it's like the proverbial it's like the proverbial like sideshow Bob. He keeps stepping on all those rakes and they keep hitting him in the face. That's exactly what Ray does every time he thinks he's trying to get over on someone.
Oh
Right,
my
right.
God, that's so funny.
So we don't need to go through too much more of the history, but basically this kind of goes. I mean, you didn't even really respond. You went on a couple podcasts and it came up, and you're kind of like, "Yeah, it's crazy." But since this time, you've started seeing like the Scheckler stuff, or you've been hearing like Chad. You've been watching Chad's show, and you've been seeing all the shit that's going on in the shitverse, as Chad calls it, and you've become kind of a connoisseur of this, or a viewer of this Ray stuff. So I wanted to ask you, like, what is some of the lore around Ray that you're into?
Anything that makes me feel better as a person, you know, I'll gladly take. So
Yeah, this is what this show's all about. It's everyone feels better after they watch it about themselves.
and also like being from Baltimore, we're used to, you know, near wrecks or car wrecks and rubbernecking at them. So that's how we are. If we see like a disaster unfolding, we're like, get your popcorn, everybody. This is gonna be a show.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chow.
You want to do some chats for a sec?
Yeah, some people in the chat, they want to. We don't want to ignore them. Again, they keep this thing rolling. Thank you so much to Stephen Bravos, who's still sticking it to Gino Bisconte, who's now off YouTube for 2 weeks. He's on Rumble because Gino's an idiot. Thank you for the gifted membership, my friend. We do appreciate it here at the Ray Duh-Vito Show. Sharks Unite's been a member for 15 months. F yeah. Kids are watching. Oh, shit. Reels just gifted 5, everybody.
All right.
Thanks, Reels. Beloved chatter, who's Ray's moderator, is here. Ray's version of leaning into it involves threatening to sue YouTube clippers and ghost roasting his enemies. Congrats on getting Duh-Vito, Tom.
Well, I hope he lets me know when my ghost roast is, because like I said, I will be there. I will cancel my plans. If I have a lucrative gig, I will cancel it and sit in front of my computer with my popcorn and water because I quit drinking, and I will enjoy myself.
Can we get a Ray Duh-Vito, Tom Myers roast battle online on Kevin's show? Could that happen? Possibly. Maybe.
I mean, it's up to Tom, but you know,
well, think about it.
Kevin's probably watching, so he could facilitate something like that. But
I hate punching. Actually, I wouldn't. I wouldn't hate punching down.
It's fun. Nick in Fort Wayne just gave us a super ticker. Thank you. Mud Sharks Unite member for 15 months. 15 months of hating Ray. What do you think of that, Chow?
That's dedication.
That's a long time.
And we got Malicious File, who is here. He was on MLC the other day. Thank you. Mud Chow Dynasty, Mr. Myers, you're both with specialist. I'd say Chow's more of a specialist. He's got the PhD in Ray Duh-Vito. I'm more of a Ray hater. So thank you to Chow. And Jeff Closer just gave us a super sticker. Thank you very much, Jeff. He's your moderator today. Because according to my sources, Bill from Jersey is hammered. All right, Chow. We're all caught up.
For the record, I just want to say, like, Chow may have the PhD. Chad, you're the hater. I feel like the drunken idiot yelling and heckling from the bleachers. Really, I mean, at this point,
everyone's welcome.
Trinity,
everyone's welcome.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think we can get off your personal thing and let's get into like the week, because so much has happened. I've been watching too much football, and I haven't clipped up a ton, but of this last week of Ray, the Clippers have stepped in and started doing a ton of work for people. So
let's give a shout out to the Clippers. Stallion 19, My Lost Interest, Doom, So Thorough, Joe Burrow. Who am I forgetting, Chow?
I don't know
top.
who else clips Ray specifically, but I know Will clips some stuff.
Will Heron.
Yeah, anyway, any of those clips. So there's people, the Ray movement is picking up, and there's a lot of stuff that was happening. We don't need to revisit it all. So if you want to catch those clips, they're usually nice and tight of stuff. But at one point, Ray gets into, and you're covering some of it on Kumia's Cucks, but Ray is disgusted by Liam, right? Did you see this stuff, Tom?
I've seen, like, how does he feel about Liam today? Like, I know it varies from, like, he bans him from the show and then brings him back and then bans him again. Is Liam on his 4th or 5th? I think Liam's been banned from Ray's podcast more times than I've tried to quit drinking, which is bad.
So, and you've known Liam for a while, being in the New York scene and being around that area?
No, I've never met him.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay, because Liam's just kind of he's kind of come back around, and he's been kind of trolling Ray, and Ray's not a big fan of Liam like he is a lot of people. And he the other day was going to bat with another troll, and Ray was disgusted by this guy. You don't have to have that clip, do you?
No, I don't have that one. The main clip of this week that I really wanted to hone in on was the stream from yesterday.
Yes.
And I put it in the private chat if you want to pull it up.
I got it.
So.
I'm pulling it up right now. Set this one up, Chow, because let me go ahead and he broadcasted live from Get Parts, is the bar that Opie from Opie and Anthony does on Tuesdays. Now, Ray's pretty much said he never listened to Opie and Anthony. They didn't know who he was. But he knows Kevin is honing in on Opie at this Get Part show. I know Carl from Rochester from WATP makes fun of Opie. So Ray thought he would insert himself into the situation, hoping that Kevin would, say, good boy. And Carl would be like, good job. And it turns out Opie wasn't there. Did I get this one right, Chow?
Yeah, and it sounds like he was on MLC for a bit today, and I heard him say, like, he was calling Carl to ask for permission to go see Opie at this bar, but Opie doesn't know who he is and didn't invite him or anything. So it's very strange, but I love when Ray can go out in the wild and try to stream like he did at the baseball convention, and this is just an epic fail of all time. So we can watch some of it and point out some of the oddities that occur.
And let me remind everyone about this clip. This is a 12-minute stream. He had nothing prepared, and he immediately put it behind his paywall on Patreon. And if you go to Ray's Patreon, I don't know if you know this, he's never updated any of his tiers since he's first started. There's no, you can't get audio versions of any of this. You have to get the video, and there's really no reward for any of this. So he thought this stream is a reward for Patreon. So here it is. This is,
oh boy.
Yeah, this is Ray live at Get Parts, which he spelled wrong, according to Tom.
Yeah, I looked it up ahead of time.
So this is how it first starts out. You can go to Ray's Patreon and watch this video right now where it starts off like this.
What's going on, you punks? How are you guys?
What a professional setup.
$3 a month, everybody.
In New York City. I was hoping to see Opie. Hoping to see Opie. I was gonna say what's up to him.
But he doesn't know you. He has no idea who you are.
Maybe jump on the stream for a little bit. I know MLC is live right now. I gave KB a heads up. He's welcome to stream snipe me if he wants.
Oh, thanks.
But Opie's out of commission, man. He's out of commission. I guess he broke his leg. So I don't know. I guess
Thanks for the update.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'll be the MLC ambassador here at Get Hearts. There's the video machines. Inside I met Lloyd. They call him the mayor. He works at the Beacon. We're talking about Primus.
Pause it for a sec.
He worked.
Okay, Ray doesn't half-ass things. He puts no effort into anything. This is the most effort he's ever put into anything, and it's like the whole idea was just get there, and I'm going to be doing a show. But then he didn't even think far enough to like, okay, what can I do or talk about? So of course he's like pointing to his shirt like he always does whenever he goes live. It's crazy because he never has anything to talk about.
And,
Do I have the permission to stream here? Also, is another thing I would consider before I would do something like this. But that's just me.
And that's another thing. He's been wearing this Primus shirt for how long, Chow?
He wears it every day, I swear, for like a month straight. There's a couple days in between where he's not wearing it, but you'll see like one night he's wearing it, the next night he's wearing it, the next night he's wearing it. It's like, dude, it's got to smell so bad, bro.
Wow. So yeah, this is what you guys can get on Ray's Patreon. Everybody, go sign up right now.
Primus concert last year, and I guess Primus gave the whole crew a bunch of free T-shirts. He was telling me about it. He didn't get this T-shirt. He got one. Primus had a bartender. Talking about that. Ashley is the bartender.
He's always got to tell the story behind what he's wearing every single time before he starts the show, like anybody cares.
She's awesome. Hey, what's up, buddy? We got I like how we does it. I'll get guests out on the street. What's going on? Hey,
he's panicking. He's panicking.
That was the woman grabbing her mace, I think.
On here? What's going on? What is this? Do my Opie impression, but no, I was hoping to meet the guy. But yeah, get well soon.
Chow, scale 1 to 10. How's his Opie impression?
I guess I'm not really much of an Opie guy, so probably I'll say 2.
He broke his leg. Oh yeah, here's the pills. So I'm gonna go in there. I told Ashley. I let him know I was gonna be out here doing this. So this isn't a surprise. I wanted to meet Mike, the owner, but he's not here.
Because he knew you were coming.
So
Ah.
Yeah, it's the video game. It's a cool little spot. I will say that they don't like the Patriots. There you go.
Okay.
They're anti-Patriots. They have beer specials for you.
I mean, who's paying for this?
So that's pretty nice.
Like everything he's showing me, I could just look it up on Google, like the Google images. Like I could see that myself.
The stand show at 7:00. Gonna host that. I rode my bike.
I mean, he's just scrambling for something to talk about right now, right, Chow?
Yeah.
And then yeah, my plan was to say hello and then go in there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll go in there. We'll get another beer. Say some what's up. See if Ashley and the mayor, see if they want to come in. Lloyd and Ashley.
Do you just assumed everyone knows who these people are?
But I gotta admit, it's a pretty cool spot.
It is.
I didn't wear a costume. I saw they wear costumes.
It's just a fucking bar in New York. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, and he's slugging that beer. He's putting it down fast because he's got nothing to say. So he's touching his forehead and he's like, "Oh, it's a cool place.
Nervous.
It's a cool place. It's a cool place. It's great."
Hey, Chow, would you mind if I one up Ray in his Primus shirt right now?
Do it. Yeah.
That guy looks like he just smelled your fart.
Yeah. Ray, I hung out with Les Claypool. I never talk about it, you fucking idiot. But you're constantly talking about your fucking Primus shirt.
So they were doing that. They're doing a costume thing. I do not have a costume to wear. I also gave him the heads up that I will be streaming. I'm going to go and grab another beer here in a minute.
Told us that 3 times.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Thanks for the warning.
People are very friendly. If you do start,
Because you don't know who you are.
People like literally stop and like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Look at it. What is this?
A block away from Central Park.
Did he think Kevin was going to like this and Carl was going to love it?
I don't even like. I'm so like anti-parking tickets in New York City. I see someone else get a parking ticket. I almost want
He's always trying to work out a bit too, right?
For the guy.
This is great.
There she is. She's doing it. Yeah.
Doing
He
what? Show us.
Pause
He
it.
took it from me. He took that from me. We're doing it. I was always saying we're doing it. So Ray just lifts shit all the time. So
But what he got all excited about was some dude's dog was taking his shit, and he said, "Oh, she's doing it." That's what he was like commenting on. So he got all like, that's how little things are going on at this bar. That like a guy is walking by with his dog and it takes a shit on the sidewalk and he's cleaning it up, and Ray's all like giddy, like all excited for the entertainment.
As someone who has an aging cat who forgets where his litter box is, once you've seen one animal take a shit, it loses its thrill after the first time.
Yeah. And notice. Sorry, let me just point this out. Notice he mentioned, man, I hate when people get parking tickets. Obviously, he's going to repeat it a bunch of times, but I'll have something to say as we go on that.
Out on the sidewalk, good girl. And what a good owner. He's cleaning it up. You got to. Yes, you got to.
He's doing play-by-play, but he's not. He could easily show the dog and the guy.
You know how many? What's that?
He's not even showing who he's talking to.
2 months melatonin. The dog's not able to take a dump. But yeah, dude, I saw a guy get a ticket. I almost wanted to go out there and feed the meter for the guy. Like, oh, hey, that's my car. That's my car. I wonder if that works. But I would have done it. If I go back in time, I would do that. I would have
put Chuck E. Cheese coins in there.
Yeah, what do you see someone that's getting a ticket? Like, I mean, I'll show the car. There's the car, that Volkswagen.
Fucking fascinating, Ray.
I should have went out there and yeah, hindsight's 20/20. But if I can go,
This just proves you don't have to live stream all the time. You could just shut it down and live life.
Pause it for a sec. So what he's doing here is exactly what he was doing about the kidney for Party Boy. He's gaining.
What was that?
He's gaining clout, sympathy, as being a good guy without having to do anything. Like he's like, man, I wish I could go out there and just put money in the meter so the guy doesn't get a ticket. Man, I wish I could go back in time and save that guy from getting. But Ray would never put money in a random parking spots thing.
No.
He's the cheapest and greediest and stingiest dude ever. So like, have you ever seen Ray give a person a dime? Like it's just complete like virtue signaling.
Well, I told you the story about when he was at that Melton event in Vegas. Did I tell you about this? Here, let me pull this out real quick.
Yeah, keep going though.
This guy Jack, who's a great donor, he's a quiet guy. He's on my Patreon, $100 sponsor. Thank you very much. In fact, thank you to all the high rollers over there. Not just high rollers, but thanks to all the people donating. We're going to get to your super chats in a second, but just shout out to the people in September going into October.
Oh, damn.
For sure, this guy Jack gave Ray $100 bill, and Ray's like, "Oh, thanks." And he goes, "I got something for you." He runs and gives him flyers for his Rock Bottom podcast. That was Ray giving back. So I'll bring this back. Oh, sorry. Volume.
No, we like it this way.
I'm sorry. It is better this way, isn't it?
It's a lot more. It's very avant-garde.
This is a lovely Ashley. I'm gonna get another beer from you when.
By the way, he's never shown Ashley. He just talks about how lovely she is. He won't like show who she is.
I won't put you on camera unless you don't mind.
Zoomed in on his chin.
Yeah, great look. Zoomed in on his chin.
Did you call her
Ashley? It's a
Ashley?
Rock Bottom podcast. It's my podcast.
He slurs a lot.
We got people here. So, give him a wave. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Lovely Ashley.
He's just assuming Opie's from Opie in like 1998. Like everyone knows fucking Opie. You know, Opie. And everyone's like, yeah, well, who gives a shit?
This is the great Vaughn. He's the mayor here.
No one knows who these people are.
I'll grab another Pilsner from you.
So that first beer is like, we're 6 minutes in. That's down.
Primus. What was your favorite Primus song? You're not on camera. Don't worry about it.
Now he's asking who their favorite Primus song is.
They actually played a soccer game too called From Wales to Low. From Leo's.
Listen, I know Primus. You know Primus. We know Primus, but it's not fucking Guns N' Roses. It's kind of a niche thing.
Of Wales and Woe. Of Wales and Woe. I don't even know that song. That's the name of the album too. One of them is One Better.
I only know their commercial hits.
Yeah. Dude, they're so obscure. Like the things that they'll play. Yeah. I'm gonna say my favorite song that they rarely play is Anti-Pop. That's a great song. Anti-Pop.
This is a great show, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'll go back outside. Thanks, Ashley. Go back outside under the porch.
Again, let me plug the Rock Bottom Patreon. You can get this for $3 right now. 12 minutes and 28 seconds.
My second Pilsner here. holding down the.
This is behind a paywall, people. You can't get this for free. Only on the Ray Duh-Vito show with Dr. Chow and the Mud Shark. You can get this for free.
Fort. I tell you, we're holding down the fort. Gonna have a good show tonight too. Again, I gotta ride my bike to the stand, so I can't. I'm not gonna have a bunch of beers. Just gonna have 2. Then we'll get going. But yeah, dude, friendly vibe here. I'll have to admit, I get why Opie hangs out here.
Friendly vibe. There's 3 people there. It's like the bartender and another guy and him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's friendly after he left that bar area because they all said, "Thank God that weirdo's out of this room now. We can have fun."
He loves the vibe there with 3 people. It's just a chill vibe. It's like no one's there.
It reminds him of his shows.
It's like broadcasting from Teamster Tim's house. It's so chill.
It's very cool.
It's so cool here. Look at Ray. Let me remind everyone, Ray's on so many prescription pills right now, and he's just chugging these beers. And he's riding a bike. I want to remind everyone he's riding a bicycle.
I'm not doing it justice. I mean, I don't have Ron the waiter. I just have me and
And again, nobody really knows Ron the waiter. It's so like he just assumes this is a thing.
The Ron the waiter?
Exactly. Like,
fuck, I'm going to Gephardt's with my autograph book, and I'm going to take a selfie with Ron the waiter. Hell yeah, man!
And if you're one of the 32 people that watch Opie, you know Ron the Waper, Ron the Raper, I think is.
People know Ron the waiter from O.J. Simpson trial. You know, as a victim.
Yeah, that's Ron the waiter, man. The late.
Lovely Ashley, who's cool. But yeah, what's going on with you guys? I'll read a couple. Beloved chatter. Opie.
Hey, beloved chatter, I know you're in the chat. I'll send you this $2 back, by the way.
And this is great.
What's that?
This is great when he's squinting to like his face is very like it's ratting right now. He's like his eyes and nose, like how he's looking. He's like squinting to try to read it. This is one of my favorite parts.
Sick. The day you were there, sure. He broke his leg. Beloved chatter. He literally broke his leg. Leo Gunn let me know that he broke his leg.
For a sec. Ray said he literally broke his leg, and then it came out like he just had like a little scrape on his leg.
He scraped his leg. Yeah, he scraped his leg.
He literally broke it. Like the femur bone or something was snapped.
Yeah, let's just go with it. Super chats, we will get to you. Stay with us. We're going to get through this. We're almost through it. Trust me. Start drinking right now because it goes by fast.
He's not going to be. I don't know. I'm here for a couple of weeks. So I don't know. Maybe I'll see him next week. Maybe I'll see him the next Tuesday because I'm here for a little bit. I'll be in New York doing.
And I want to remind everyone, Opie doesn't know who he is. Didn't know he was coming. So this is the only person that wants to see Opie is Ray.
Let's come see shows. I got shows every night so far. I got at least one show every night. Some nights I got 2. So.
Oh, cool! I'll drive into the city to see you do 10 minutes.
That's like with Sloppy Joe's down in Key West. At least people want to go there because Ernest Hemingway used to hang out there. Like nobody who didn't listen to radio in the 1990s doesn't give a shit where Gephardt's is or
Nobody
who hangs out there.
He thought this was going to be some huge thing to bridge Carl and Kevin together. It was going to be this big bit, and it just failed. And people are like, "Well, you're playing it." I'm like, "Yeah, because we're making fun of it."
And that's been one of his things. He's been to this day. Back and on that clip with Tom Myers, at the end of it, Ray's been trying to bridge Carl. It's like his main goal for like a year of like, oh, you guys need to get together. It's like Carl doesn't want to.
Yeah, Kevin doesn't want to.
Yeah, so like it's only him. It's like I said earlier, it's like Carl's his mom and Kevin's his dad or something. They're fighting and he's like trying to like unite them, but neither of them have any interest.
But Ray has this thing in his mind, this fantasy. He did it with the Shuley Network too. He wants everyone to come together, and he thinks we're all going to tour the country, and we're going to hit cities, we're going to sell out, and it's just not going to happen. It'll never happen, Ray. It's not. We're not touring. They're not touring. And he tried to invite himself to that show in Rochester, and they have a show in Detroit. I guarantee he's going to try to invite himself to that. He just constantly goes where he's not wanted, including Gephardt's.
And also, you know what I do like here? They have a big, giant cooler of water. A lot of bars don't have that. Like, a lot of bars don't have
Wow.
water. For some reason, bars
This is
want to give you
amazing.
water.
Oh man.
Would you think they would want you to? They want you to be hydrated.
Pick up a pen, Ray.
But yeah, I'll read some of the.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so here's another
Johnny
$2.
Carson, hi KB, Chad Zumock, and MB. I told Kevin to snipe me if he wants. I told him to do that.
Because he needed viewers. That's why.
Again, it's just a special occasion. I'm not going to be up here long.
12 minutes and 28 seconds.
Look at his
He
face.
pounded 2 beers in 12
I
minutes.
can't. I can't even see the chat on my phone.
Oh, very good. Kevin Brennan, Ted Zumock.
The slowest concentrating.
I've never seen
That's
anyone
low.
focus on a $2 super chat
I
like
can't-
this.
I'm trying to read your chats, but I can't.
Ray, if you're watching CVS, these are like $20. You can get a decent pair. It's no big deal. I'm 41 and I need these sometimes to
that's
read
pretty
shit.
much it. Just wanted to check in.
So he made a total of $4 on this stream.
Matt, I guess Matt's a nice guy.
Matt's a nice guy. He's a good egg. He's a good egg.
But yeah, very chill spot. If you're in New York City, I definitely would recommend
Now he's plugging it.
coming here. All right, I just wanted to pop in.
Do you think anybody watched this and like, you know what? It sounds like it's pretty chill. We should go there this weekend.
It looks like a very nondescript like city bar. Like it doesn't look super awesome or anything. I don't know. Like it's just
It's just
like
a
little
bar.
pub. Yeah.
It's literally probably across the street from Opie. That's why he goes there. It's like I can go downstairs and go there. It's that simple.
Guys, do your thing. Go back to watching MLC.
Oh, thanks.
I was, just popping in. Yeah, there is.
At this time, there was like 28 people watching. Go back to watching
He only
MLC.
show up when the Opster's here podcasting. So I guess he brings a crowd. So
And I want to remind everyone, he never listened to Opie and Anthony.
That's good for the bar then when he streams here because when you see his stream, there's like a lot of people. So
No, there's
I
not.
must have got word that it's not happening today. So it's just me.
I mean, I don't blame him. If people know it's just him, then they say, "Oh, well, let's just go around the corner."
He's got nothing.
Yeah, apparently. Oh, they're just giving so they give a sports recap. So the Patriots still suck. I thought it was a beer special.
What is he talking about?
And then this must be a Jets bar because they like Aaron Rodgers.
Who's he talking to?
It says Aaron Rodgers is a god. So
He's reading some
a lot of
poster
Aaron
or
Rodgers.
something. Whiteboard.
Apparently,
The poster is the only one who
Bill
isn't
Hanson,
cringing
Aaron
at him.
Rodgers,
That's
they
why he's
each
talking to it.
Kimmel, they hate each other. But anti-vaxxers here then if it's all about Aaron Rodgers.
I better turn down the volume.
Kyrie Irving. How come it's always
Kyrie Irving.
the athletes? Kyrie Irving when he was with the Nets. I mean, Aaron Rodgers didn't want the vax. He was in Wisconsin at the time, but now he's in New York. Something about New York and anti-vaxxers.
By the way, he has 28 seconds
All
left.
right, man. I'm gonna get going. I just want to check in and give you guys a heads up what's going on here. But yeah, it's a nice place, and maybe when Opie's doing healthier, I'll come down here and be able to see him.
When Opie's doing
All right,
healthier.
Peace out, you punks. Coming to the stand tonight, 7:00.
Not one person came to the stand. Not one.
Unbelievable stuff.
Wow. That was some great podcasting right there. Ray, go sign up to his Patreon. Go watch it back again. You're going to want to watch it all night.
I feel like I need a neurologist now. Is everybody else having the same sensation that I'm having, or do I need to go get checked out?
It's just unbelievable. I mean, like, why would you? First of all, just bail and delete it. I've done that before. When I knew the podcast is garbage, I deleted. I didn't put it behind a paywall. I mean, what is that?
And when I do mine, I never live stream. I never do anything live, just because I'm so insecure about stuff. I go ahead and delete and edit out all the technical imperfections, just so it sounds listenable. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of ways to do it, but that's definitely not one.
Yeah.
Kyle, would you mind if I got to some super chats here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, it's a nice podcast too, but I might be doing their podcast on Friday. I have to confirm on this because I might.
That
be
is an
doing it.
awesome podcast name, by the way. I like that.
It's a great name. They got a great intro too. Hey, Tom, big fan. Still doing the bong transplant joke.
Bong hit transplant, I believe he's referring to. Nope, I don't do it. It doesn't really. The joke worked back when I was a drinker and in my mid to late 20s. Now that I'm 41, not so much. Haven't been able to figure out how to fit it into my into the rotation. It's been on the bench for quite a while for now. Not in my starting lineup.
There you go.
Sorry.
JCB in the SD, who's been a member for 16 months. Thank you. After the Funny Bone disaster, Ray vowed to focus on stand-up, write better material, and sell more tickets. Any update on how that's going? Hashtag never forget. Can you explain to Tom what the Funny Bone disaster is, Chow?
Yeah, so you might have been following at the time, Tom, but I guess he had a gig booked and he was flaunting it and promoting it and belittling others like, I got a real gig and this, you're nothing, like trying to big up on people having this thing booked in at the Funny Bone, and it ended up getting canceled because of low interest in ticket sales. So
he sold 8 tickets. If he says any more, he's lying. I talked to Dave Stroop.
And after it was a reality check for him. So he kind of after it was leaked that's why it was canceled, he came out and said, I'm going to be writing better jokes. It's kind of like Tim Tebow's speech. If you remember that, Z-Man, like after they lost that one year and he said, I will never let you down. I will fight harder. I'll do it. It was like a rallying cry from Ray that fell on, he forgot about the next day.
And next thing you know, Tim Tebow's out of the league. By the way, JC in the SD called the Ray Duh-Vito hotline. You want to hear it?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's listen.
What's that?
I was saying, let's listen. I was
okay. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Hey, Z-Man and Chow. It's JCB in the SD here. I hope it's cool to call. I'm not really drunk. I have horrible gout, take prescription meds for my non-existent seizures, and I'm slightly retarded. Anyway, the doc says I shouldn't get drunk because of all that. So following the doctor's advice like an adult, I think you and Chow are perfect for the Ray Duh-Vito show because I do share Chow's fascination with the Cleveland Slow, and I share your mud shark hatred and general annoyance of the fool that is Ray Duh-Vito. Also, I love your chat. In my opinion, the best people in this whole shitverse. Anyway, go Tigers. Look forward to some NFC North battles with the Lions and Vikings there, Chow. See you, Punk.
Shut up.
Uh-oh, that was... Well,
shout out JCB. He's an OG of Mud Shark Army and an OG Ray enthusiast.
I know we only got a couple more minutes with Tom here, and there's a couple questions. Tom, you mind if I pull them up here?
Go ahead.
T.O. Hank, thank you for the $10. T.O., great guys. Come to a couple of my shows down here in Florida. Good drinking, buddy. Tom, do you have any Starvos stories from the Be-More days?
That is Stavros. He is
Stavros, yeah.
Stavros, yeah. I've worked with him, I've never really gotten all that close with him. It's just one of those things where you do so many shows, you work with some comics and whatnot. And but I'm a little miffed at Stavros because he did a little promo thing that the Baltimore Ravens shared before they took on the Kansas City Chiefs and got knocked out of playoff contention. And a couple weeks ago, Stavros threw out the first pitch at a Baltimore Orioles game. And just hours ago, our playoff chances, we've got knocked out against a team from where else? Kansas City. So fuck Stavros as far as I'm concerned.
All right. Now this guy's coming in hot, Tom. Buckle up. This is Ozone. He's a good egg over here. Again, we have a free chatter. Say whatever you guys want. It is what it is. He says, sorry, Tom. I'm sorry, but Tom makes Ray Duh-Vito look like Carlin in his prime. Ray is not funny. Can't post a link, but go to WATP's Jim Florentine breaks down Time Morris jokes. First jokes is about 1 minute in. So I don't know. I'm not familiar with the whole WATP thing. I have an idea, so I'll let you field that one.
Yeah. I mean, well, Ozone, thank you for the $9.99. Okay, my comedy is not for you. Like I said, I'm not gonna go all haywire like the subject of this podcast we're studying. Clearly not a fan of mine. One day maybe he'll come around. I believe the clip he's referring to, though, is a clip from the podcast, and the jokes that I do on the podcast are like they mainly recap current events, and like the stuff I do on stage is a lot different. So it's one of those things where if you like the stuff I do on stage, you may or may not like the stuff I do on the podcast. If you like the stuff I do on the podcast, you may or may not like some of the stuff I do on stage. It's like, I can't please everybody. And, Lord knows I've given up trying.
All right, this guy's coming in hot again. Ozone, sorry, but Tom makes Ray look like. Oh, I read that. Sorry,
Don't give me a.
Sorry, this one. It's an actual Tom joke. I mean, you explain this. I don't know. I don't know if it's troll. What's going on? I don't know what's going on.
Maybe. Thank you for more money, Ozone. Thank you for the $19.99. Again, my humor might not be for you, and I don't give a shit.
All right.
I did.
At least I wasn't wordy, like people keep complaining that I am.
Well,
yeah.
Thanks,
nuance
Ozone.
and absurdism. So it's topical. It's absurdism with like.
The joke that is Iowa has bad weather. Tom's comedy went downhill from there. So, Ozone, I love you, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I love it.
Yeah, I don't want to compare because comparison is the fiefdom of joy. But Tom's prolific. Ray's got a couple specials out there, but he repeats the same jokes over and over in them. So, it's just you like what you like. Go check it out. You like it, go see him live. If not, don't. That's kind of the story for all stand up.
Well, our next guest is here, so should we do some plugs, Tom? Like, where can people find you?
Tom can hang out too. I mean, it's but
this is your house. I'll do it.
I didn't know. Like, Chow's directing this. He's the Martin Scorsese of this episode.
Oh,
yeah, Tom, hang out with us for a bit. Well, we're gonna ask some questions. Yeah.
All right, let me get through these real quick before we bring on our next guest, so we can do a nice clean slate. This one's from Ray. Sad treadmill. Ray buy 2 beer, scare away 5 customer. Net loss. That's funny. Did I read this one from Beloved Chatter? Ray biked 5 miles to make $4 in super chats while spending $20 on beer. Ray Duh-Vito business model is undefeated.
Like, the only way that would be a benefit would be if it was like it's got one hell of a tax write-off. Like, that's the only useful thing I could see about that.
I'm gonna get through these so we can get to our guest.
Yeah.
Great show, boys. When's Ray's next card opening gig? I'll wait. Chow, you're always on top of that.
I haven't heard him talk about that at all, so who knows? There never really was one. So
MGD says that she's a fan of Tom, right?
Yeah.
Detroit Tigers will win the World Series. Trust me. They're playing the Cleveland Indians, right?
As long as it ain't the Yankees, I don't care who wins at this point. My team's done.
Yeah. I quit watching baseball when the Indians changed their name to the Guardians. I'm like, I'm out. How many times does the slow say, love Ashley, creep? I love Ashley. Love her. She's great.
Ashley. They just say Ashley here. Is it say Ashley?
Yeah.
Big W. He's play some of oof. He's I stand with Ozone. So Big W is not a fan. I apologize. Hey, this, I love you, Big W. See, so they're getting their things in here, Tom. Wait, thanks for having.
All right. You know what? I can't. I gotta tap out. I gotta tap out, man. What are you putting these up? Are you trolling me? Oh, sorry.
Come on, man.
What are you doing? What are you
Thanks
doing?
for the $2.
Let's come on. Put that chat back. Who was that again?
That was Ozone.
Ozone. Let's squash it, man. Let's
Come on.
squash it, man. Come on, Ozone. Let's squash this.
Squash it. Let's go.
He used to be a fan of mine. I don't hate the guy.
Squashed. See, I don't know. I don't like Carl from WATP. I think he's a fucking dork, and I understand there are things going on. So I can't really. I'm never gonna go to bat for Carl. I think he sucks. I think he's not funny. So you guys can say what you want. I don't give a fuck. But Carl sucks too. Let's just put that out there. I'll do a show about him tomorrow. I love Tom Ayers, Nikki Norton, and the Pap.
Oh, thank you, O-Dog's proud poppy, and for the $2 as well.
People keep bringing politics into this. We don't want politics going on, guys. I'm not a fan. Do you want to fight this guy in Edison Park?
We could try. He could probably kick my ass because I can't fight worth shit. But he could try.
This guy's great. Thank you very much. This Heat Market, he hates Ray. Ray sisters hire a lawyer to sue Franklin Sheckler. Do you want to get into that, or you want to bring the next guest in? Chow, you call the shot, the audible.
Bring her on and we can all discuss it, because I don't know much about this either. I don't know where the story broke, but we can all four of us. I'll do an introduction for her.
I do the intro.
You guys know her as the creator of one of the most viral Ray DeVito songs of all time. It's Ray pissing in the hallway. Pissing in the hallway. Anyway,
it's on my playlist.
It's none other than professional ventriloquist and entertainer April Brucker. Welcome.
Hey, oh my God, Chad! It's nice to finally meet you, and I have so much to say. First off, Ray brought me onto his show under false pretenses. Okay.
No, I don't believe that for a moment.
He told me I've changed. I'm about positivity. I'm not about the backstabbing in the Dabbleverse, and I'm about positivity, blah, 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 right? So anyway, I do the interview with him, and then Franklin Sheckler does the video where Ray is totally slamming me in the interview I did. And I'm just like, so much for not the backstabbing stuff. Like, you are the same toxic Ray you have always been. Like, the Ray habilitation has failed. Isn't that what Kevin Brennan said? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coming in hot. I love it. April.
Incredible
Go ahead,
stuff. And you got on Ray's show about a year ago, right, April? Maybe a little more.
I got on Ray's show a year ago. I did it a few times. It was fun. And he says, hey, you should do MLC. And I kind of tumbled into the Dabbleverse by accident, and I didn't know what MLC was. So I get there that day, and they're like, so-and-so is trashing you. And, MLC is one of those shows that you kind of have to know about before you do. And I didn't know about it, and I was, like, freaking lost. And so I get a fan letter from somebody who's like, hey, I enjoyed you, but just so you know, we all blame Ray for that. And I'm like, yeah, I blame Ray too. And so then he was slamming my appearance that I didn't get it. But it's like, dude, you should have told me what it was, right, Chad? Like, he should have said, hey, this is what it is. Maybe watch a show. Decide if you want to do it. Like, decide if this is for you,
No.
Instead of me. And I'm like, where am I,
Yeah, and that really blew up because it kind of teamed up on you. And Ray really wanted to get you. Ray wanted to get you on there, and he's like, Kevin will pay you all this money. And
yes, and I never saw it.
He said that?
Yeah. He said Kevin would pay me, and Kevin never paid me. And you know what? I figured it wasn't all this money, and it wasn't enough to go over. I just was like, that's the way I handled it, because life goes on.
Wow. So Kevin never paid you. Wow.
Never paid me. Nope. And I could have done a Sue Costello and made a big thing about it, but I had other things to do, And so, and no disrespect to Sue, but Sue went right after him. But yeah, he said that Ray was going to pay me all this money and make me a regular. And I was just like, what the? Wow. I don't even know what I did. Like, I didn't even know what happened afterwards. I was like, this was an hour and a half, 2 hours of my life where I don't even know what happened. Oh, and then Ray, this is even better. He was like, oh, yeah, I'm cool with Ray's pissing in the hallway. Dwayne Newton performed it on his show. He muted that, and he's like, I'm okay with you talking about me, but not my family.
Yeah, we saw that. We played it, I think, or I don't know. Actually, Z, if you want to pull that up, but yeah. So like Ray did you know Ray before he reached out to do his podcast?
I knew him in passing. Like he booked me on a show once where he totally tanked it. I'll admit it. I tanked it. I was a neophyte comic. I tanked it. You see, I sucked then, and now I'm mediocre. So I'm moving up in the world.
Okay, so you guys had met IRL and worked as colleagues in performing, and then I assume or one of you guys reached out to each other and was like, "Hey, can I get on your podcast, or can you come on my podcast?" type thing.
Well, I had seen that he was doing a show, and I was like, he's still in the game. This is good because I know, Chad, you're in the stand-up game. There are a lot of people you started with, and then years later, it's like, where are they now? Yeah, he's in the game as much as Ray's in the game. I'm giving him too much credit. I gave Ray way too much credit. Okay. Didn't I just give him too much credit? Yeah, I gave him way too much credit. So, I did his show. It was fun. He was like totally drunk, but it was fun, And so the Ray's Pissed in the Hallway riff was like born accidentally. And then, became a thing on MLC. And there were people that were putting music to it, which concerned me I was concerned about humanity, but I was also happy that they took the time. So,
You got pros and cons there,
Yeah. So after the MLC, you and Ray kind of had a dark period or quiet period where Ray would still bother you to like come on his show every like month or so, right? And eventually you're just like, dude, just go through my agent.
Come on my show, April.
Yeah.
Well, basically what happened was my manager wasn't cool with what Ray did. My manager wasn't cool with it. And he said, from now on, Ray Duh-Vito has to go through me.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And just so you know.
And if you guys want to get to me, you got to go through my manager.
And another thing is that I was on Ray's show and I was telling a story that my manager is an amputee. But he works, he's great. Sometimes people are disabled. Ray would not shut up about the fact that he was an amputee. He just like kept beating it. And it's like, dude, just like shut up.
It was a very bizarre appearance from him because he got caught up on that and he kept talking about the guy's leg. He does that with it. He has this like paralyzed guy on and he does it all the time. That's the only thing he talks about with them. But another thing he kept doing, he kept talking about stabbing and assaulting. Remember?
He kept talking about my puppets being stabbed and he just like wouldn't get off of it. It was weird. And it was just like one of these things where, okay, Ray, the first time you said it, it was like not quite funny, but could have been there. But the more you went on, the more it's like you're the open mic comic that can't see the light, dude. Somebody's lighting you.
Well, that was the thing. He brought it up like 8 or 9 times throughout and when you started doing your actual performance, he'd like interrupt and be like, yeah, but we need to talk about a puppet getting assaulted. Did that puppet get assaulted? And it's like, it's the weirdest thing to get hung up on.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's like, okay, my manager's an amputee. He's missing his leg. But you know what you're missing, Ray? Your brain.
Whoa! Shots fired! Speaking of which, Bill from Jersey, I thought he was hammered. Kevin should be watching this on MLC tomorrow. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin's lawyers. So this was probably going to get replayed tomorrow on Kevin's show. Just giving you a heads up on that.
You know what? Hi, Kevin. Hope you're good. Like after that appearance on MLC, honestly, I wanted to shoot Kevin a message and say, hey, listen, I'm sorry I didn't know what was going on with your show. I feel like that was my fault as much as Ray's, like had I known what I was getting into, I would have been ready for not prime time, but maybe like the 3 o'clock news.
Oh, you're on prime time right now.
May I chime in here from April? The big difference is that unlike Ray, you're taking responsibility when you don't do well. That's
Thank you. Yeah, and I think every appearance is a learning experience, and I've had appearances go well, I've had appearances not go well, and I can blame the crowd all I want. But guess what? At the end of the day, my sets start and end with me. And Chad, you know this, you're a live caster. You've had shows that I'm sure were, not great, but you know what? You said I'm going to do better tomorrow, and this is what I learned, and that's why you're successful.
That's exactly what I said after the Kevin Brennan roast. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, well, let's touch on this first because we want to get your opinion as comedians, professionals. I guess the story is that Ray
Am I
he
included
borrowed
in this
money.
or no?
Yeah. Ray got money from a relative to create a lawsuit against Franklin Sheckler. Have you guys heard of this?
Guys, this is not going away. We need to talk about this. Heeb Supermarket OJ confirmed the lawsuit on Tukey Soup today. Everyone's bringing it up in the chat. Ray's sisters hired a lawyer to sue Franklin Sheckler. You guys aware of Franklin Sheckler? This won't go away. We need to address it, and we're not avoiding it. We're just trying to keep this show moving. So let's get into it now.
Yeah. I just want to say, I mean, like, I don't know what the lawsuit or what the rules or law is on it, but this is what I don't know if Stuttering John actually went through with any of this stuff, but this is famously what Brendan Schaub did. He sued a YouTuber, and it got played out, and it became a big thing on YouTube, and he ended up losing. So I'd be curious to see what's going on with this. But as performers, what is your thoughts on like someone like Franklin Sheckler making videos of you?
Before you answer that, let me jump in real quick. I don't know if you watch MLC today. Anytime Franklin Sheckler's name comes up, Ray is just staring there like this. He won't address it. He won't even mention his name. Like, that's how serious he is about this Franklin Sheckler situation. But go back to what you say. What do you guys think of this guy? The Sheckler fella.
It's interesting. I mean, I don't know what he's looking to get. I know Sheckler's channel is not monetized and even has a disclaimer in there that it'll never be monetized. If you want to donate, go to your local animal shelter and make a donation there. But so I don't know like what monetary sums he's looking for from this, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Now, my impression of Sheckler's videos is all he does is he takes clips of Ray saying things. He puts the date of said stream or podcast as a citation, and he puts them on his channel. He doesn't make any. There's nothing. Like, all he does is just quote what Ray says. And if Ray sounds like he says something stupid, he calls him in his voiceover, calls him the Cleveland Slow, and just says like something where Ray accidentally said something like people who use chainsaws are too. Yes, the Cleveland Slow thinks 2-year-olds use chainsaws. Like, just, I mean, you could tell also like Franklin Sheckler's kind of being a little. I think he's using some kind of sarcasm in there, so he's trying to be funny. So like some of the stuff he says in there is funny. I get a kick out of it. I find his videos captivating and fascinating.
I think he's one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. Personally, that's my opinion.
Yeah,
I stand by it.
And
like, fuck Hitchcock, man. Franklin Sheckler's the man.
I mean,
cinematic genius.
Well, when I have somebody who has something to say. Well, I got something to say, and this is the song that should be the soundtrack of the next Franklin Sheckler film. I'm kissing in the hallway. I'm kissing in the hallway. I'm Ray Duh-Vito, and I'm broken. I'm kissing in the hallway. It was Thanksgiving Day, and Ray got in a fight with his sister. He said, "You should be a different lister," and then he blamed it on the dog, but it was Ray pissing in the hallway. Pissing in the hallway. Sing it with me, guys. Pissing in the hallway.
Pissing in the hallway.
Pissing in the hallway.
Pissing in the hallway. Pissing in the hallway. And now he's taking you to court because he's pissing in the hallway.
Sing it at home.
Pissing in the hallway.
Pissing in the hallway.
Pissing in the hallway.
We all sound as drunk as Ray did in that video right now. God damn it.
Yeah, that's a sensation.
Someone's gonna clip that.
I just want to say that
I hope they do, like, use the views.
Ray Duh-Vito, if you're watching, I just want to say that I thought that you were April's friend, but you're not April's friend, and you're not anybody's friend. As a matter of fact, Ray, you're sitting at home and you're kissing in the hallway. Kissing in the hallway. Kissing in the hallway. Kissing in the hallway. That's not true. Occasionally, Ray goes out of the house. That's right. He goes to Planet Fitness.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he got so do you have a song about him at Planet Fitness? Ray got banned from Planet Fitness for being creepy. For being creepy. He got banned from Planet Fitness for being creepy. Clean up at L5. What's going on? Sorry, I'm Dwayne Newton and I'm still on the clock because singing about Ray Duh-Vito is not paying the rent because he's not a big enough star. He got banned from Planet Fitness. He got banned from Planet Fitness. You think I can win a Grammy, Chad? Dwayne Newton, everybody. Am I a Grammy winner, Chad?
A new bang.
Oh,
The newest banger of the Ray verse is Ray got banned from Planet Fitness by Dwayne
pretty-
Newton.
Can I do another song?
man, if
Ray
these
got banned from Planet Fitness. The women think that he's creepy. Do you think that he's creepy, April? Yes, I do, because he keeps talking about my puppet skiing staff, and the women all think that he's creepy. Where's your mace? They think that he's creepy in his face.
he's great, creepy, he's creepy, he's a creep.
Oh God.
Chad, I think that you should go on tour with me.
Let's
There you
go.
go. Genius
Jesus
stuff.
Christ.
Love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, right on
man.
cue, Franklin Scheckler himself. Holy shit, there he is. He's watching.
Clean up Canal 10. Clean up Canal 10. What's going on, Dwayne? Sorry, that was Ray's career, or at least what was left of it.
Whoa.
Oh, snap.
Proud to have April and Tom as fans of my work. I will come up with something special to spotlight these wonderful songs. There it is.
Oh.
There it is.
April, you know what? If it would be a horrible injustice if those songs didn't make it onto the Billboard top 10 for this year.
I know. What? Yeah, Dwayne, they would be a horrible injustice. Indeed, they would. You see, when I think of greats, I think of Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga, and Dwayne Newton from fabulous Las Vegas. Because Ray is creepy, and he got banned by Planet Fitness. What up? Why'd you do that? Sorry, you gotta have a rap verse in a song to make it a hit these days.
No
love
doubt. Beautiful stuff, April.
Great
And,
stuff.
Thank you.
I
Thank
gotta
you. And I'm listening. And I'm Dwayne Newton,
Dwayne.
Mr. Almost Las Vegas. And if you're watching, Ray, I've never been stabbed because people like me.
Yeah.
Dwayne
and,
Newton, everybody.
Hey!
Wow.
Encore! Encore!
Holy shit.
April, you had Ray doesn't know how to interact with the puppets on a live stream, but I think the best I've ever seen is when you came on with me and Mir.
I
and it
don't
was
think Ray
hilarious.
knows how to interact with anybody. Yes.
Well, that's probably true, but if you guys want to
That was a lot
check
of
out,
fun. That was a fun night.
yeah, if you want to check out April's full foray of puppets and how they can entertain in an amazing way, check out that. Check her out online, all of her stuff. May West is in the house. Give us your
It's
take
me,
on
First of
Ray.
all, Big W
May
says,
Wilson.
how did you get Mario Bosco? He's talking about your puppet. That's an inside joke. Go
Well,
ahead.
you
I
know.
mean to jump on that
Hello,
one.
Chad. You know, I got a big mouth. And I want you. And Dr. Chow, want to play doctor after this? And Tom Myers, I want to hit your balls out of the park. May Wilson, everybody.
Thanks, May. You're
Holy
the
shit.
Name
queen,
the time
May.
and place, I'll be there. I'll leave the stream now and head right on over.
Good.
Yeah.
You know, like Kevin
Just
Brennan called me a slutty puppet, all right? And that's true. But here's the thing. I would never sleep with Kevin. because he couldn't further my career. But his brother, on the other hand,
Wow. She's into
Yeah.
Neil.
Sleep with
She's a
my
cloud
brother.
chaser.
Wow.
yes, I'd sleep with
Wow,
Neil because, you know,
wow.
he's rich and, dare I say it, successful. Oh.
Roast battle.
Oh, shots
Hey-
fired, Kevin.
Hey, Chow, can I call an audible right now in the middle of a show?
Yeah, sure.
Can we name April the good egg of the week?
Let's do it.
It's nice to be extraordinary, never ordinary. I'm a good egg, not a bad egg in my heart. I'm a good egg, not a bad egg in my heart. I'm a good egg, not a bad egg in my heart.
You're a good egg.
You're a good egg.
Congratulations, April.
Thank
May.
you. And May, you have some news, right? April and I were just on the Kyle and Jackie O show in Australia. That's right. It's actually the biggest morning show in Australia. And tell them what you did. Our Christmas song, Merry Christmas, I'm So Glad I Didn't Marry You, got its iHeartRadio debut. Move over, Dwayne Newton. I'm the queen of the verse
Right.
now.
Nice.
Beautiful, and we'll play that as we at the end here, because I want to promote April's song. She's trying to get it big, so let's not pull it up quite yet. Let's finish up any chats, and then we'll do a little like wrap up on the show, and then we'll play it at the end. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of super chatters here. You guys mind hanging in for a second? They got a lot of questions, a lot of things to say. Thanks for hanging in there. What do we got here? Let me April, never admit to getting outsmarted by Ray. Beloved chat.
I think you're allowed like one if you really don't know what a creeper and a lowlife he is. So I think we can give her one. I'll give her a pass as someone who's also been a member of the comedians who have been Duh-Vito'd Society. Welcome aboard, April.
Well, thank you. And May, what do you have to say? Well, I always knew that he was a creeper and a lowlife, but whatever, April. What do I know? Okay, May. Sorry, Chad. Keep going.
Boy, Rocco's going to be pissed. You're the first puppet act we had. Terry Nee says, Ray's a good egg. He's a survivor. I don't agree with you. He definitely survives for some reason. Ray,
It's like
piss in the
roaches
hallway.
after a nuclear war, basically, is what it is.
Ray piss in the hallway. They call niece dirty liar. Did his niece say he pissed in the hallway?
Yeah, and April, I don't know if you know this, but I guess the dog that he blamed it on succumbed to death like shortly after, like within a month of that. So maybe Ray strangled it out or something. I don't know exactly.
Wow.
Oh, not cool. That's not cool. If that's what happened, that's not cool. That's
We
not
know
cool.
his
I'm a
story
dog
with-
lover. What do you have?
Well, we also know what he does to cats too, so
Not
that's
cool.
another thing.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Ew,
Not cool.
ew. Even more unlikable. Okay.
Miss Buckner, I'm sorry you had your about your ordeal with Ray.
It is sad.
It is sad. I think it's Brucker, right?
Rucker.
I was thinking of Bill
Brucker,
Buckner.
yes,
Sorry.
Brucker, yes.
Mr. Blue Sky says, I'm loving this. All these different people coming together on making a beautiful symphony of comedy and podcasting. Oh, and April was great with Jake. Jake Hudson?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Jake's great. I love Jake. He just wrote a theme song for me.
I don't want to. Yeah, Jake's great, and he's an artist too. But I don't want to interrupt. But do you think Chad, because he's an impressionist himself, do you think he's got the chops to be a ventriloquist? Like you heard him do his April voice, not April, April Imholte.
Yeah,
Chad,
I
it
do.
for her.
I think you should. Yeah, do it, please. I have to hear your Abraham Holte.
I'm working on it. I don't want to get there. You're putting me on this. I'm blushing.
Well. You're doing so well, Chad, that I'm going to give you a kiss. Mwah.
Hey.
I have monkeypox. April.
He's in Florida.
Uh-oh. T.O. Hank's trying to make a love connection
Chad
here.
doesn't want to read that one. Keep that private in the DMs. In the DMs.
Me, everyone here in the chat, including cousin it. Shout out to Egan. He just gifted 5 memberships. That's awesome, everybody. What a nice guy. What a nice guy, Egon. You're on the Wall of Fame. Deitois here, everybody. Hottest show on YouTube. Well done, boys and girls. All right, we got the ladies here today. Thank you, Deitois. G-Rob, moderator. What an amazing show with amazing hosts, guests, and chatters. Ray pissing in the hallway.
Hey. Thank you for the however much. Thank you for the $5 for Ray pissing in the hallway. I'm going to be singing that for like 5 days now.
Chad, why are you fake laughing at this cup of crap? I'm laughing because it's hilarious. All of it's funny to me. It's very funny. Oh, speaking of Liam, he's here. April, can you sing that beautiful song one more time?
Well, I gotta go, but Newton's gonna be here.
Uh-oh. Buckle up.
All right, here goes.
Mario
I'm
Bosco,
pissing
everyone.
In the hallway. I'm pissing in the hallway. It was Thanksgiving Day, and Ray got in a fight with his sister. He said, "You're gonna be a different lister." I'm pissing in the hallway. I'm pissing in the hallway. And he's still pissing in the hallway. I'm pissing in the hallway. Shout out to Pat Dixon and Dr. Steve. I'm pissing in the hallway. I'm pissing in the hallway. And I drank all that beer, and I'm still pissing in the hallway. I'm pissing in the hallway. And I'm going to be talking about it on a podcast. And I just sent April a nasty message, and I'm pissing in the hallway.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Clean up and out five. Clean up and out five.
Hey.
Liam, you got your $2 worth on that one.
There you go. Oh my God, did you see Chad's Ray Duh-Vito show? He's a fucking idiot. Oh my God, he's so dumb. He's not funny. Thanks, Carl. Promote April's music here.
Yeah, it's the season. We're getting into the last quarter of the year, and April put this track together for us, so we're gonna play it and enjoy it as a group. Let's go. It's called Merry Christmas. I'm so glad I didn't marry you. Going back to a story of her past, you can check it out on one of her previous appearances on Mere Musk.
Saint Nick, if I'm naughty, can I be your Santa baby? May be nice. Let's sing a Christmas song. Whatever ain't wrong. Christmas is the time of the year for love and happiness. Sending Christmas cards to the ones that we love the best. The other day I thought of our love and how you sealed our fate on that third date, making me choose between my puppets and you. Loser! Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I'm so glad I didn't marry you. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I still hate you. You're up, May. Christmas is the time of the year for tinsel, sparkles, and pearls. You said I wouldn't have to work if I was your girl. You told me you were a billionaire in cryptocurrency. Then you took me to the Waffle House, so I guess no diamonds for me. Oh, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I'm so glad I didn't marry you. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I still hate you. You know who else hates you, my dog. And your ex-wife and your daughter are hogs. And I'm sending your wife that photo of us in the hot tub so you know. Hey, Joe, I hate you. And I hate you. Gary and Frank and Dave and Jim, I hate you all. And I'm putting on social media, so Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I'm so glad I didn't marry you. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I still.
We'll let people go get it. We'll let people go get it.
Hey,
there you go.
Go check it out on it's on YouTube, iTunes, all that stuff. Right, April?
There you go.
Yep, YouTube, iTunes, and my producer worked on a Grammy-nominated album, Costas Dino Productions. So I'm really just stoked, actually. So
fingers crossed.
That's going in the holiday rotation for sure. You know, you got that, and
thank you. You guys are the best. You guys are good eggs. You guys.
Oh, you're the good egg of the week. There you go.
You know,
thank you so much for coming on, April. Tom, do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, the podcast is Tom Myers versus the rest of the world. It's not all politics. It's any kind of news that happens that we happen upon. We discuss it. It's available on my Patreon, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. And my website is spelled out and below my name here, Tom Myers. Note the spelling. .us. Find all things you never wanted to know about me.
Well, thank you so much, Tom. Thank you, April, for coming on the show today. And thank you, Chow, for putting this together. We're going to close it out right now, so we will see you guys later. Thank you for joining us, and we will talk to you shortly.
Thanks, April.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We got to do the wrap up.
Yeah.
Here we go. There they are. Wow.
A lot of cooks in the kitchen when it comes to
going on
there, so it was easy for me just to sit back and listen. But
and listen, Ozone, I don't really work with a lot of guests, so I didn't want to like bombard people. I got Terry Nee that was coming after her, going, April has a career, never heard of her. You know, it's
Terry Nee's like Ray's manager or something.
Yeah, I think it's Ray's manager.
He knows everything that's going on. So
Ray's known through Gaffigan, Mark Norman. I know he has Gaffigan's whiskey. You know, Jake has. Oh yeah, he's going about it. Jake, yeah, he's not happy about this. Boo! What do you want me to do? Now Liam wants me to play it again.
Well, you can get a membership. Oh, Liam, you do have a membership, so you can watch it over and over and over again.
Yeah, sign up on Patreon too. I can use a couple more over there. Sign up, punks! Sign up! And I'm actually going to put up Ray's live at Get Bards. Send Ray the link. Peter Skyparker. I don't think Ray would ever come onto the show. He would never come on.
And that's the thing. We had a guest last week, and then we had guests this week. We'll get back to we want to get a mix. We want to there's a clip watching, and then there's people who we go deeper, people who have interacted with the Cleveland Slow that can give us firsthand accounts like these two. So that's kind of like the mythos of this show. So, for the people who just want to watch clips of Ray being Ray, there'll be plenty of that to come. Don't worry.
There's a lot going on. This show is a hot thing going on. You don't know what you're going to get each and every week. It's always going to change. But I said I was going to announce it this week. I didn't tell you what day I was going to do it, what show I was going to do it, and I went ahead and did it today. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulate Stella B as your new moderator. She has a wrench, everybody.
Oh.
That's awesome. Big news over here. There she is. She's with the wrench. She could start throwing people out of here if she wants. I do want to thank some of the big people today that came in hot. It was a great interactive show. You guys were great. Reels, Stephen Bravo, Mud Shark, Nick in Fort Wayne, Malicious File, Jeff Closer came in hot. T.O. Hank, Ozone, you were great. I always love when you're here. Beloved Chatter, always hilarious. Big W, great. Supermarket was funny. Nice podcast, Stupid. Bill from Jersey, even though he's fucking hammered. NJ Ranger, Egon, Daytois, Sheckler, of course, G-Rob. You guys are great. Thank you very much for joining us today. What do you got to plug while we're rolling out of here?
Terry Nee, you're what? Thank you so much, Terry Nee, for the cash. No, I mean, we had both them on. Mir Musk, great interviews. If you want to go back and learn more about them, it's like very in depth about their history. So you learn everything about those two performers. Otherwise, I don't have anything to plug. I mean, maybe we'll do another one next week.
No, we will. We will do another one.
We will. I want to plug the penguin, Pesto. I love that penguin, the baby king penguin from Melbourne, Australia. Google it, look it up. It's super dank. It's a giant penguin that's a baby. So look it
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Oh,
Shout
and
out
before
Pesto.
and again, before we roll out of here, Tio Hank, this is what you are today, and all I gotta say is suck it.
Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider!
I'm pretty sure he bought Ray drinks and food in Vegas, so he's a dick rider. And I'm
Yeah,
staying with it.
we got another super chat that just popped up from one of our best wrenches in the game.
What a time to be alive. KB to me via text on the puppet lady turning on Ray tonight. Oh, he loved it. Shout out to Kevin Brennan. We'll be playing this on tomorrow's show. Ray's gonna hate it, so that's good.
It was
Thanks.
it was definitely epic, and yeah, we got a new stanza, a new song to the Planet Fitness song to accompany Ray pissing in the hallway. So it's a beautiful night, and couldn't have gone any better, General Mudd.
Great show. Very happy. Again, this will be up on your memberships. Thanks to Egon and everybody else in Patreon, video and audio. Ladies and gentlemen, the hottest show on the internet. We will be back next week. I'm the Mud Shark. That's Dr. Chow. You know what this is all about. It's called the Ray Duh-Vito Show. Good night.